What's up, guys? I'm Hillbilly Dude, and today I'm going to talk about this Rat-7 made by Ontario Knife Company. This is a great little knife. I've had this one for a while. This is a pretty well-known knife across the board, but especially for Ontario Knife Company. So this model I have here actually is a little bit different than most of the models you'll find. It is the Rat-7, so the knife itself is the same, but this one came with a leather sheath and laminated wood handles. So a lot of these will come with micarta scales, which I would probably actually prefer. And it comes with a nylon sheath instead of this leather one, but we'll get to that later. Right now, I just want to kind of talk about the knife itself. So the Rat-7 is one of the more popular designs by Ontario Knife Company. You got a little bit over a 7-inch blade, drop point, full flat grind. It does have a finger choil up here. It's got some jimping on the back. Like I said, this one has laminated wood scales, and they are removable, so you can swap these out. Most of these models will come with micarta scales. It's full tang, obviously. Has a good exposed tang out the back of the handle with a nice big lanyard hole. It's a great knife for large camp tasks, for a survival option, hunting. Obviously, it'd be great for that. Bushcrafting, all that good stuff. Because it's full flat grind, it gives you a really, really good angle. It's not an overly thick spine. I think the spine thickness is 0.188 inches. I'll put all the specs on the screen for you. But I've had this knife for a while, and it served me really well. These are an affordable option for what you're getting. It's a reliable knife. It's a durable knife. It's made right here in the USA by Ontario Knife Company. I'll put a link in the description for these on Amazon. And they're going right around $80, I believe, right now. And I think they advertise it on Amazon as $10.95. And to the best of my understanding, these used to be made in $10.95, but I think Ontario Knife Company has switched to most of their knives being $10.75 now. So anyways, this is the Rat-7. This is just one of the models in the Rat series, the Rat line of knives. I think there's the Rat 1 and 2, which are excellent folding knives. And then you have the Rat 3, 5, and 7. With, respective to their blade length. This is the biggest of the group as far as I know. I know they have like the RTAC series and different stuff like that. But this Rat-7 is a pretty popular choice. It's a perfect size knife if you're looking for a medium to heavy duty camp knife, something that you can baton with if needed. You can process large game, you can butcher animals, large woodworking, bushcrafting, shelter building, all that good stuff. For a utility knife in the sense of like a get home bag or a bug out bag, something like that, where you might need to cut a lot of nylon webbing or material, canvas, stuff of that, cordage. This would be a great knife for that. It does have a plain edge. It does not have serrations, so it is kind of geared more towards slicing and bushcrafting and woodworking and that sort of stuff. As I said before, it is a full flat grind, so that does kind of thin out the steel along the edge. So I wouldn't be chopping this into really hard logs and flexing it a whole lot or hitting anything super hard. If you hit rocks or metal or anything like that with this, it's going to be a lot more prone to chipping out along the blade just because of the thinness of it. But being thinned down like that allows you to do a lot finer cuts and slices and that sort of stuff. It makes it a lot more user friendly whenever you're actually using it for knife purposes. I bought this package at Bass Pro Shops a long time ago, and so I don't know what exactly the deal was with this package coming with the wood scales and the leather sheath. Most of them will come with the micarta scales and a Kydex sheath, very similar to this. So this is the Ontario Knives SP53. This is a large chopper, but the sheath for the Rat-7 that you will get will be very similar to this. It'll have lanyard holes, molly webbing on the back for different attachments, nylon webbing and snaps to retain the knife, a big nylon belt loop, and it has a plastic insert that's coated in nylon. So it's kind of just a plain Jane, yet very functional sheath. It's nothing super expensive, but there's a lot of aftermarket models of sheaths and different, you can get scales and all kinds of different accessories for this knife. So I wouldn't get too hung up on not liking the sheath. You can also find pre-made sheaths for this model. There's lots of places that will make leather or Kydex sheaths for the Rat-7. It does come with a powder coat on the blade. As you can see, I got a lot of junk kind of caught on mine. I don't know why the powder coat tends to do this, but if you cut green wood or anything like that, it really gunks up and sticks to that powder coating. That's not a big deal. Some guys will grind this off and just put a kind of patina or natural finish, you know, oil it real good, whatever. It is carbon steel, so it'll rust, which is what the powder coating is for, to help kind of preserve the surface of the steel a little bit. But yeah, the powder coat will wear off as you use it too. I've batoned with this quite a bit, and mine's held up surprisingly well compared to other knives that are powder coated. I like the drop point a lot. It's a good solid drop point that they put on it. It's a strong tip. Drop point's one of my favorite designs because of the strength that it provides behind the point of the knife. But it also works really well for a knife of this size. It's a little over 12 inches overall, good 7-inch blade, and having a good solid drop point like that allows you to have some strength behind it if you're thrusting, or if you need to pry open a rotted log or something like that. It allows you a good strong tip. It also works well for processing large animals. It's not an overly steep drop point, so you do have a good pointy tip on it for skinning animals or anything like that if you need to puncture hide or get into the meat to process down your animal. There's just a million different uses for a knife like this. It's a great knife. I've had it for a while. I will not hesitate to strap it onto my belt if I'm going out in the woods, hunting, camping. I put it on with my pistol a lot whenever I'm brush hogging. It's just a good all-around use knife. If you were to get a different Kydex sheath setup or something like that, it would be a great EDC, something that might ride a little higher on your belt. It's just a great knife. You really can't go wrong with it. So if you're looking to get a Rat-7, check the link below. You can find these on Amazon. Good American-made knives made by Ontario Knife Company. I'm Hillbilly Dude. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.